We are the ones who are guarding this country. This country would have collapsed by now. I hear SANEF saying it established a state capture commission. What a shameful claim. We spend millions. We spend millions to establish this commission. We fought. Communist Party says it was the first one to say there must be a state capture commission. It's easy to tweet. It's very cheap to tweet. You just need 1 gig and write, we need state capture commission. What do you do about it? We didn't just tweet. We fought battles. That's why last time when they said we are intimidating the commission, I was so irritated that how can we spend so many millions to establish this commission? When Zuma tried to stop the report, we fought. When Zuma refused to establish the commission, we went to court. And to go to those courts, it's a lot of money. A lot of money. We used the money of the EFF for this commission to take place. So that's what we do for South Africa. When the country was collapsing under Zuma's kleptocracy, we defended this country. This country, we won at the beginning. And I'm happy that we live in an era where there are videos. And the Black Twitter is doing a very good job because it just goes into archives and bring it to light. We warned about Ramaphosa. We warned about the New Dawn. We warned about Ramaphosa Defense Force. We warned about Stratcom. Even when Ramaphosa is implicated in Busasa, Sunday Times still wants to tell us about Jacob Zuma. How can Jacob Zuma be headline now about corruption? Once they say Zuma is involved in a corruption, there's no need to breaking news. The headline must be obvious. Zuma is also. How can Zuma be involved in corruption be breaking news? They say breaking news because they are shifting the focus from Ramaphosa. This country, if it is to follow Stratcom and Ramaphosa Defense Force, by the time you wake up, it will be too late. Ramaphosa is deep in it. Deep in it. Let Bidvest also be subjected to Busasa process, you'll be shocked. Let Bidvest be subjected to the State of Capture Commission as well. Ramaphosa says in Parliament, unprovoked, no one asked him that question. He says, my son has got a contract with Busasa. I've went through the contract, I've satisfied myself. He did this consultancy and all and all and all. No problem. Later on, Ramaphosa comes and says, I was talking about the wrong contract. That one is something else. This is what I was referring to. Remember the contract he spoke about. Both the son and Busasa denied. They said there's no such a contract. Meaning the president lied in Parliament. Now Ramaphosa says, leave that one. I was not talking about that. I was talking about the donation in the foundation. Busasa comes and says, which donation? We don't know what you're talking. Even the new explanation, it's a lie. President said he will pay back the money, 500,000 from Busasa. Ferrer, through close proximity, ask for proof of payment or deposit slip with a bank stamp that shows he has paid back the money to Busasa. It can't just be, we'll pay back the money and then it's quiet. ANC said it will pay back VBS money. Where is the proof of payment from the ANC? They said, yes, we received money from VBS. It's a corrupt money. We don't want it. We'll pay it back. Why is there no one asking the ANC, which has admitted that it has received the money? Where is the proof of payment? We want to circulate it for public to see that indeed you have paid back the money. So both Ramaphosa ANC has not paid back the VBS money. Ramaphosa has not paid back the so-called 500,000 Busasa money back. That's fine. Now, let's go back to Ramaphosa answering Parliament, where he says there is a contract and all that. Can the president release the contract of the sons and Busasa? Even if that he was answering a wrong question, now we're asking that question. Can the president produce a contract? Remember, according to Stratcom and Ramaphosa defense team, Ramaphosa is this, he's a nice guy, he's transparent, he's clean. Let the clean man, again we're all correct, let the clean man produce a contract between his son and Busasa, a contract which he has seen with his naked eye. He's got no doubt about that contract. Even though it was a wrong answer to a wrong question, fine, we want that, we are follow-upping on that answer. Give us the contract. Ramaphosa, the transparent man, the lovey-doving of all the media, including everyone else who has said Moses Mabhida, saying Ramaphosa has filled up a stadium, not saying the ANC. And then Zuma to expose them later and said, thank you, my supporters, and Ramaphosa addressing Zuma supporters. They said Ramaphosa filled up the stadium, not in the ANC. Ramaphosa is being shifted away from the ANC. Little did they know that it was Zuma supporters, which were thanked later by Jacob Zuma. So, I'm saying, and I'm pleading with you and the whole of South Africa, let us not fall for fake news and unnecessary propaganda. The EFF has always been open. We said, give us the proof. Now, Ferial, I challenge you. I challenge Polifan Vig. Can you do like agrees? Show us the picture. Show us the video. Show us a receipt. Agrees is not playing games, sister. He's attacking. He's unleashing. He speaks it. He takes it from the file and unleashes. So don't just talk. Unleash. Agrees so far has done a better job than yourselves. Agrees is much better than so-called investigative journalism. He is a criminal himself. Let's not forget that. He's a big criminal himself. But you know how mafias operate. There's no honor amongst thieves. He's exposing them. They will expose him too. But we are happy that they are exposing the leaders of the African national corruption, including Ramaphosa, because we've been telling you about this Ramaphosa. So we're going back to Parliament. If Cyril thinks he's going to do what Zuma has been doing to that Parliament, we'll treat him the same way we've treated Zuma. We're going to do that. Remember, we have no problem with Zuma. Remember, we have no problem with Cyril. We have no problem with anyone. But once you treat that Parliament like it's a toilet where you can just come and dump your nonsense, you'll find us there. We're not going to allow that. You cannot lie to Parliament with impunity in the presence of the EFF. That's what we're saying to Ramaphosa. And we're saying to him, don't wait for State of the Nation address. Put us at ease now. We say this now because we don't want, when we start in Parliament, some empty heads say, yeah, look at them, they've started what? I think we're saying to you now, let Ramaphosa address the state about his involvement with Busasa before we go to Parliament. Before, we are giving him an opportunity. Before, we're not even saying in Parliament, we're not asking for special city. We're saying, let a press conference of this nature be called where questions will be asked freely. Not those things of addressing and then from there disappearing. No, you must take questions, and critical questions must be asked. So that's how SONA is going to be dealt with, Madu. It's going to be about Ramaphosa behaving differently from Zuma. You behave like Zuma, you get Zuma treatment. Because the treatment was not for Zuma, was for all constitutional delinquents. Once you lie to Parliament, you shall be treated like a constitutional delinquent. Political party bill is more than welcomed. We are ready. We have always been ready. The founding manifesto of the EFF actually speaks about that. That all parties must disclose their funders. We absolutely have no problem. Let's remind you what was our problem with the bill. The problem was when it says no member of a political party shall receive a donation. So a a member of a political party can receive a donation in his individual right. As long as it doesn't say, I'm receiving a donation on behalf of the political party. So you can't say individual members can't receive donation. They've got a constitutional right to receive a donation from all well-wishers. Even if they do so not on behalf of the party, it's their own donation, they will declare it at SARS and they will have to pay a donation tax on it. But if they insist that they want to proceed like that, fair enough. We have no money to waste, because the second option is to take them to court. But when we take that clause to court, you, members of the media, are going to say EFF is taking the political party funding bill to court because they don't want their funds to be disclosed, distorting us deliberately. So we're leaving it at least. Any individual who gets a Christmas present or donation like that as an individual and get punished, maybe that person will have the appetite to take it on review so that it can be declared, just that part, unconstitutional. Otherwise, the whole body is proper and fine, solid. Yeah. We are more than ready. We declare our funds through Parliament. We take our statement to Parliament, by the way, which is available for public scrutiny, because anything to Parliament is public. So we welcome it, and with this bill, we had wished it came early, because if it came early, there was not going to be a rally of the ANC. Where will the money come from? Because the ANC survives through dodgy money. They even bring money from outside South Africa, blood money from outside South Africa. That's how the ANC survives. They do that. So this will stop saying will compete proper as poor people. Now they are saying, hey, why when you have support do you go to a small stadium? Firstly, our going to social movement is inspired by Zimbabweans. If you look at the rallies of Zimbabweans, both ZANU-PF and MDC, they are held in open fields in the villages where people are. This thing that we must not go where people are, it's wrong. You can only go to them when they've got a stadium. Then it means there will only be FNB and Orlando, which gets an opportunity to host people's rallies. It's wrong. So first and foremost, we are going to where people are. We want to do away with these traditional stadiums of holding big rallies. Let's hold rallies where people are, because it gives us an opportunity to get a clear exposure to the realities that our people are subjected to, particularly in the townships of Gauteng. That's why we chose a giant stadium in Soshanguve. Secondly, brothers and sisters, fellow South Africans, to host a rally in FNB is not less than 1 million a venue alone. 1 million. How much we pay PSG for Orlando Stadium? And we negotiated? Yeah. So we paid when we went to Orlando 1.7. We negotiated from 2 point something. So you can imagine FNB. And you comrades in the media can do it on your own, because you simply call and ask for quotation. I'm asking for a quotation, they will give it to you. It's extremely expensive to hold a rally in FNB. You pay more than 2 million for an empty stadium. You have not brought people. You must go and get a sound system which can operate in an indoor type of an arena, not just a sound system of somewhere. Okay? You were talking about black entrepreneurs, my brother. Not a single one of us has got that sound system which can operate in FNB Stadium without echo and feedback. Now you're talking about what? Gear house. Now, once you go into gear house, you know how much you're going to pay. In FNB and Orlando Stadium, you can't go inside without hiring a pitch cover. A pitch cover is more than $1 million. But why? I'm still talking about gathering resources to have a rally. In Giant Stadium, there is no pitch cover. They don't want it. So why must I go and spend 1 million when I can spend 1 million in transporting EFF supporters all over? We don't have that money. That's why we chose the stadiums we chose. Because first, we want to be with our people, but secondly, it is cost effective to hold a rally where our people are. Because half of what you are looking for will come walking. My brother, unemployment, business, young entrepreneurs, we invite you to come to the EFF dinner on the 1st of February at Sheraton Hotel. You asked a very important question. You shall enter without buying a table. It's free. Just come and hear the EFF plans in the manifesto. We've got a plan on how jobs are going to be created. We dedicate a lot of time on how we're going to create jobs in South Africa. Very comprehensive plan on jobs, on young entrepreneurs, black entrepreneurs. That's what we'll be dealing with on the 1st, and more broader detail will be given on the 2nd at Giant Stadium. Unemployment, support of young entrepreneurs, black people. It's a thorny issue in the EFF. It pains us, the levels of unemployment. Even when the youth try to create their own opportunities, they do not have collateral, banks do not help them. All those type of things, we know them. We will outline how we're dealing with them on the 2nd. Bobi Wine is an enemy of the old man in Uganda. Museveni. Museveni firstly must go and rest. And rest all his oversized suits as well. Because it's a big problem. The man must just go. Bobi Wine is an inspiration. Bobi Wine is like Nelson Chamisa. We never said, we don't agree with Chamisa's politics. Ideologically we disagree. But the ability of the young to stand up is an inspiration to us. That's what we exist for as the EFF. We want to inspire the youth. We want to inspire Africans to challenge the status quo. So Bobi Wine is a brother to us. We want him to fight more, and he must never be discouraged by the old man. Age is on his side. He must know that even if he doesn't win against this dictatorship, nature will resolve his problem soon. He doesn't have a problem at all. He must soldier on. If he can't defeat him through using the state institutions and democratic processes, nature will resolve the man. There is no any old man who's going to win against the youth. I told Zuma that. I said to him, what you don't know is that we have time on our side. You will be watching us on TV, sitting at home in the villages there looking after cattle, when we'll still be running here. We're still running. For sure, Makanda is watching today wherever he is. We're still running there. So I told him, why? We've got age on our side. Bobi Wine has got age on his side. We agree with him. Museveni, a friend of Cyril Ramaphosa, by the way. Museveni is a friend of Cyril Ramaphosa. Your friends will define you, by the way. Ramaphosa's friend, Museveni, who gave him those cattle. What do they call them? Uncle. Cattle. Now they are in-laws. No, they are not in-laws. That young man married in Uganda, and then Museveni went to the wedding because of, firstly, the courtesy of presidents, but secondly, because they are friends. They know each other. Museveni writes about it, that I've known this guy for some time. I even gave him cattle. So, Bobi Wine, soldier on, young man. Victory certain.
Thank you. Let's attend the second round. Okay, number 1, number 2. Let me start. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Is there no one else at the back of the cameras?